Hey guys, welcome back to The Only Way is Beastly, and today I'm in the little workshop, and what I'm going to be doing today is trying to do a quick video to describe and explain how to wire up one of these little fuckers. This is just this is a 30 amp relay, 12 volt. As I've said to a few people that have messaged, decent ones usually sometimes come with instruction printed on the back, but still can be kind of confusing to understand, and there's a few different ways you can do them and what they can be used for, and we'll go over that in this video. Right guys, what we have here on the very untidy workbench is just a couple of pieces of wire, a couple of red, a couple of black, some other heavy gauge black, couldn't find any red, but for the purpose of this video it will do, and also to help others out. For the point of this wire, the colour doesn't matter, and obviously the relay. Right, I'm just going to do a couple little bits and bobs to help get set up. I also have means of power from these two, which are connected to the battery that powers the workshop, and I'll just get set up and a little bit along the lines. Oh, and I also have a little bulb to show the power working. Right, stay tuned. Right guys, here's the underside of a usual relay. Most of them are like this, some of them have another pin in the centre, but for this one we're just doing a bog standard 30 amp 12 volt relay. As you can see, the pins aren't all facing the same way, and that is why is from the side, from your power outlet that you want to activate the relay, whether it be another light or a switch itself, so a low current switch. I'll use an example as on the Freelander TD4 fans setup, we had an inline switch that powered the relay as a low power current, and then the relay, when it was activated the high current side for the fans. And what you do is the low current side, so from your switch or headlight, if you wanted to wire up spotlights, would be connected to here. Your power would be connected through here, live on one side, earth on the other, and that must be earthed to the body. You have your live come in and then earthed straight away. You cannot power something else from the low current that goes through a relay. Now, from the power side, the relay activates as you connect to this side, these two here. You can always tell which two you need to use because they're offset from each other. They're not pointing the same direction. That's your high current side. I'll just quickly throw this together and show you a little way of how to use it and explain how it works. Now we've got it wired up in a basic simple, just with thin gauge wire, because it was just for this demonstration purposes. And what we have here is we have this ruler set up as the common ground, so like on your car, this ruler represents the car body. What we have here is the side of the bulb just trapped under the rule. Now the brown wire goes through from the relay, through the relay, out the other side, and to the live crocodile clip. At the moment, so does the red wire, which is your low current side, which is your 12 volt power, through to your switch. Now, I'm using a switch as an example here because it is the easiest, but if you were using your headlight to power spotlights, you would take 12 volts from the back of the headlight and then run it through the relay, through the low current side as you can see here, and then earth it out the back to the body of the car, which is here. And then obviously here is the switch side, which goes from the terminal of the battery, in this case this crocodile clip, goes all the way through into the high current side of the relay, which is here, then through the relay and out the other high current side, which is here, which then follows down here to this connector, which we will then connect to the bulb. Now that it's connected to the bulb, as you can see, nothing is happening because the switch is turned off. But as I turn this switch on, the bulb lights up, and that is through the relay. And if I move this close, you will actually hear the relay click. What I'll do is I'll just activate this without the switch so you can actually hear the relay clicking. Right, and there we go. And what I'll do is I'll just wire it up a different way to show you another way to use them. Here's just a demonstration of something people commonly get wrong, and what it is what I'm going to do is the relay is wired and it is earthed through a bulb, and people sometimes think that what they can do is pass the power through the relay through the low current side and still power something, which you can't. And I'll just demonstrate that now while you just activating this, and this is earthed through the bulb. Now you can hear the relay clicking, but the bulb isn't lighting, and that is because relays aren't designed to be used this way. You have to take the power from it and then earth the relay. You can't run something from the earthed side of the relay, and that's something that quite a lot of people get wrong. And then they say, oh, my relay clicks but my lights no longer work, and that is why. And what you have to do is you have to earth the relay to its own earth. You can't power something through the other side of the relay. Now guys, you can see the bulb is illuminated. It has got its own power circuit through the car. Now on the high current side, which I'll just connect using these two shorter, thicker gauge wires as an example. Sorry guys, I'm only working with one hand here because I'm holding the camera. I don't have an assistant with me today. I'll use the visual experience to see there through the high power side. Now, if you wanted to power a set of spotlights using the high power side, you take the power from your headlight main beam or your headlight or anything like that, and as you can see, this is through the relay. And as I touch this to the power, because it is earthed, its own earth over there, that's for the relay. As I touch it, you can hear the relay clicking and powering up. Unfortunately, I don't have enough light bulbs to show you it working through there, but hopefully this explanation is enough. Just a quick going over again. As you can see, it doesn't matter the colour of thingy. Your high current side that you want to switch, so it would be your headlights, your spotlights, or your fans, or anything that's high current, you would run from these two here, which are 30 and 87 on most common relays, through 30 and 87. And then through the opposites for your low current side, which you can see, which you need a live and an earth. You have to have a live going through it and an earth, and then through your switch or your headlight would be through 85 and 86. So your low current side and your high current side. And then this thicker gauge wire is to represent your high current side, the thinner gauge wire is to represent your low current side. And it doesn't matter whether you use a live or an earth on the high current side, because they aren't in connection with these two. So on the Freelander fans, you use this through the earthed side to the body or the battery, and this side you run a live up through a switch or a headlight or anything like that you're using it for, and then it goes into the relay and down to the body. So then when you activate the switch in the cab, it activates the relay under the bonnet, which then allows the high current to flow through the fans. And there you go. I hope it helps, and have fun. Keep it beastly. Hey guys, just a quick disclaimer. Electrics can be very dangerous and they can cause electrical fires. If you're not competent and don't know what you're doing, there's always have a trained mechanic or an auto electrician to do it for you or assist you in doing it. If you don't know what you're doing and have never done it before, or don't think you're competent or nervous about doing the job, simply do not attempt it. Cheers guys.